there everyone, this is Mom Rachel Ann and you are watching Media and Information Literacy Lesson 6. Today we will be learning about legal, ethical, and societal issues in media and information. Let's have our objectives. By the end of this lesson, you shall be able to define and explain copyright and other related issues and discuss current issues related to copyright in relation to actions of government and private sectors, including but not limited to cybercrime law or RA 101/75. So before we begin, let us have the definition of terms for our topic today. We have these three: the legal, ethical, and societal. So when we say legal, it has something to do with the law or yung mga batas natin. And when we say ethical naman, it refers to the proper ways or yung tamang paggawa sa isang bagay. And lastly, when we say societal, it is all about society. Evidently, our whole lesson would revolve around these three. So let's start. There is no doubt that our whole world right is highly advanced in terms of technology. Ito ay ingrained na sa ating daily lives, especially ang internet. And I know aware tayong lahat sa mga advantages nito, like it is a convenient and efficient mode of communication. It has a powerful search engine. Nagagamit din natin ito for video conferencing, for example, yung Google Meet natin. Of course, sa mabilis na pagkalat ng balita or news, information exchange, online banking, education, and more. And syempre, ginagamit din natin ang internet because of its powerful entertainment tools. Now that we already had our review of the advantages of the internet, let us now take a look at this poster. My first question is, what issues do you see in the poster? Feel free to pause this video and write down your answers in your notebook. Next, which ones do you understand? And which ones do you not know? List down your answers in your paper. Now, which of these issues have happened to you or to your friends, and why did that happen? So this poster depicts the different issues related to cybercrime. Alam nyo ba na cybercrimes are punishable sa bansa natin? This is because of the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. Which was enacted by the DICT or the Department of Information and Communications Technology, and of course with the help of the NBI or National Bureau of Investigation. The Cybercrime Prevention Act or the RA 101/75 was approved on September 12, 2012, which aims to address legal issues concerning online interactions on the internet in the Philippines. Isa sa mga alarming issues in terms of technology, media, and information ay tinatawag nating cyberbullying. So ano ba ito? This particular act is simply described as the use of digital means of communication that could hurt or harass a person, such as intentionally sending hurtful text or SMS messages, posting embarrassing photos or videos, and spreading malicious rumors online here in the Philippines. And according sa mga report, online bullying remains prevalent lalo na sa mga students or kabataan. Usually around the age of 13 to 17 years old ay mga biktima ng cyberbullying and online harassment. Marami itong negative effects sa isang tao. It not only affects victims mentally and leave them traumatized for a long period of time, but this could also have devastating effects that could also lead to death. Kaya isa ang cyberbullying sa mga crimes na ina-address ng RA 101/75. Moving forward, have you ever had a very unique idea, but then eventually someone else stole it from you? So kung nangyari na ito sa inyo, ayan ang tinatawag nating infringement of your intellectual property rights. Ano nga ba itong intellectual property? According to the World Intellectual Property Organization in 2016, it refers to the creations of the mind, kagaya ng inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, symbols, names, and images used in commerce. Ang intellectual property or IP kung tawagin ay basically any novel idea or something na hindi pa nagagawa or naiisip before na kayang ma-attribute sa isang specific na tao. Makikita natin dito sa picture ang iba't ibang types of intellectual property. The first one is copyright. Then we also have patent, trademark, industrial design, and the geographical indications and appellations of origin. So let us talk about copyright. It is a legal term used to describe the rights that creators have over their literary and artistic works and gives the creator the sole right to publish and sell that work. So kung ang isang artist or tao ay nag-file for a copyright, mabibigyan yung tao na yon ng right to distribute his or her own work. And walang pwedeng gumamit nito nang walang permission mula sa copyright owner, lalo na kung gagamitin ito para kumita ng pera. For example, kung ito ay gagamitin sa advertising like yung commercials or campaigns, or kung ire-reproduce ito para ibenta. On the other hand, talking about copyright and copyright infringement term also involves the concept of plagiarism. So, alam ko familiar na kayo sa term na ito. Lagi itong binabanggit ng mga teachers in promoting academic honesty. What is plagiarism? It is an act or an instance of using or closely imitating the language and thoughts of another author without authorization, ibig sabihin, without consent from that author. Pwede rin itong tumukoy sa representation of that particular author's work as one's own, meaning you are claiming it as your own. Paano ito nangyayari? It occurs when you are not crediting the original author. Basically, the failure to give credit where credit is due is actually an act of plagiarism. It may be in the form of text, image, video, or audio. So paano nga ba napapangalagaan yung intellectual property rights dito sa bansa natin? We have the Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines or the RA 8293. So kung mayroong mga cases of copyright infringement, pwede itong i-report sa ating Intellectual Property Office. So makikita nyo rin dito sa screen yung iba't ibang works and yung validity period of infringement na pwedeng i-claim. Now, we also have another issue that we are facing right now. Kasabay ng pagiging part ng internet ang technology sa buhay natin ay ang computer addiction. So baka marami ang nakaka-relate sa inyo rito. It refers to the over-dependence or a damaging need to do something on a computer or the internet, and it could also be described simply as the excessive use of computers to the extent that it interferes with your daily life already. So, itong computer addiction, hindi lang ito dahil sa sobrang paggamit ng computer, pero meron tayong iba't ibang triggers kagaya ng computer games, online shopping, ayan, sinong relate, social media, video streaming, and online gambling. And the last but still equally as important issue that we are going to discuss is the so-called digital divide. Mahalaga itong pag-usapan kasi hindi lang ito nangyayari sa Pilipinas, kundi sa buong mundo rin. Digital divide is simply described as the digital inequality or gap between groups in terms of knowledge, usage, and access to ICT due to several circumstances such as location, income, and even yung age. An example for this is yung pagpapatuloy ng education natin sa Philippines during the pandemic. Alam natin na hindi lahat ng student ay may access sa stable internet connection and lalo na sa mga gadget na magagamit for online class. So kahit na nandun yung willingness na matuto and magpatuloy, marami ang nagdesisyon na tumigil na lang muna because of the inaccessibility sa gadget and internet connection. This is an example of digital divide. So in conclusion, part ng digital citizenship ang pagkakaroon ng knowledge about these different issues in media and information literacy. Because if you are aware of all of these issues and all of these potential problems, then it would be easier for you to engage and to participate in the discussion of responsible digital use. Now, for your activity this week, dear students, you will be having a group activity, so answer each question from all the 3 given topics or cases. And you may present your answers in the form of a PowerPoint presentation. So here are the cases. For number 1, we have a case about plagiarism. For the second one, we have cyberbullying. And lastly, we have a case on digital addiction. So the video and references for these cases will be found in your Google Classroom. And in presenting, take note of our rubric. For our criteria, consider the organization, subject knowledge, graphics, eye contact, and elocution. That concludes our discussion for today. Again, this is Mom Rachel Ann, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, everyone!